This video is brought to you by mywayteaching.com.
To understand the concept of hot and cold, let us consider a very small activity. As you can see in this figure, you just take three bowls, bowl A, bowl B and bowl C. Okay, and put cold water in bowl A, hot water in bowl B and the lukewarm water in bowl C. Okay, lukewarm means slightly warm. You just dip your left hand in cold water, as you can see here, in bowl A, and right hand in hot water in bowl B. Okay, and keep the hands in this way for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now you just take out the hands from bowl A and bowl B and dip both the hands quickly in lukewarm water in bowl C. Then what you will see, what you will feel, we'll find that the water in the third bowl C does not feel equally warm to both the hands. Because before that we dipped our hand in cold water and right hand in hot water. So to the left hand, which was earlier in cold water, this lukewarm water appears to be hot, isn't it? Because first we dip the hand in cold water. Suddenly if we dip that in a slightly warm water, then we feel that some hotness to that, isn't it? But at the same time, to the right hand, before that we already dipped in hot water. This warm water, that is lukewarm water, appears to be cold. This, however, is impossible because the same water cannot be hot as well as cold at the same time. So our sense of touch is misinforming here, isn't it? Here the same water is hot for one hand and it is cold for another hand, isn't it? What's there in this? It's our sense of touch. So what we understood from this activity, from this we understood that it cannot depend on a sense of touch for estimating the hotness of an object or coldness of an object. For that we need a reliable measure for estimating the hotness or coldness. So if you want to estimate the hotness or coldness of any object, then we require a reliable measure. So this a reliable measure of the hotness or coldness of an object is its temperature. So the temperature of an object is measured using a device called thermometer. So in order to measure the hotness and coldness of any object, we use a reliable measure, that is in terms of temperature. So this temperature tells us whether the object is hot or whether the object is cold. And in order to measure the temperature of any object, we use a device. The name of the device is thermometer. Okay. So now let us see in detail about this concept, that is temperature. What is this temperature? Okay. See, if we touch a utensil which is kept on a burning stove, gas stove, it feels to be very hot, isn't it? At that time, what we say? We say the temperature of the utensil is very hot. On the other hand, if you touch a utensil which is placed on a refrigerator, at that time we feel very cold, isn't it? Then we say the temperature of the utensil is very low. So thus a hot object has a high temperature, whereas a cold object has a low temperature. So from this we can derive the definition of the temperature. That is, the temperature of an object is nothing but the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness of the object. So temperature is nothing but the degree of hotness or the degree of coldness of the body. So the temperature of an object, okay, it tells us how hot or cold the object is. If the temperature of an object, if it is high, then it is a hot body. If the temperature is low, then it is a cold body. Or high temperature of an object, as I told you, it tells that the object is very hot. See, we already know the temperature of boiling water. It is what? Yes, the temperature of boiling water is 100 degree Celsius, which is very hot. So boiling water, it feels to be very hot because of its high temperature, isn't it? On the other hand, we can say the temperature of the melting ice, that is 0 degree Celsius. And in that case, the temperature is very low. So that ice, it feels to be very cold to touch. See, this temperature is measured using a device that is called as thermometer. As you can see in this particular figure, this is a thermometer, and this thermometer, it has a scale which is marked on it, which is used to read the temperature. The most common temperature scale on thermometers for measuring the temperature is Celsius scale. Okay, we mentioned the Celsius. So the temperature is expressed in the form of Celsius. That is written as in like this, in short. It is expressed in terms of Celsius. Okay.